Hey Choppers, Logan coming to you with another Kickstarter preview, this time for Regency by Pique Games. It's for 2 to 6 players, ages 10 and up, and plays about 20 to 40 minutes. In it, you play one of the most infamous rulers from the history of the world, and you're trying to get 6 different population cards, citizen cards, into your fiefdom, which is easier said than done. Let's go ahead and get it to the table. Take a look at it, bub. At the beginning of Regency, the players will pick through a multitude of historical figures. There's a bunch included in the game. Right here we have Julius Caesar and Cleopatra on the board, just for example. Each card has the picture of the historical figure, as well as their name and when they were alive, and a little snippet of information about them. They also have a symbol on here signifying the caste that the historical figure has prowess in. Here we can see that Julius Caesar has prowess in the noble caste. This is important later because certain event cards have different castes on them, and depending on what caste your historical figure has, you'll be able to play different cards, but we'll get to that later. Your regent card also has 6 spots for citizens, the populace in the game, in your fiefdom. This is where all the main action will happen. They are noble, religious, military, merchants, commoners, and brigands. At the beginning of the game, 6 population cards are dealt out to the board like so. The population cards come marching out of the deck in this order and come back around this way. If any of them is acquired, then all the cards will move forward and a new one will be flipped to replace it, like so. Let's say we acquired this population card here. All the other ones will shift forward and another one will come out of the deck. The only populace cards that are able to be acquired by spending influence are the 3 that are in the bottom of the row here, and their costs are 7, 6, and 5 influence. Influence is gained by discarding cards that you have from the event deck, but we'll get to that in a minute. There are 2 types of population or citizen cards that you can acquire in the game. They are commons and privileged citizens. The common citizens only have one of the caste symbols on their cards, the top and on the bottom. Here you can see this one is the commoner card. Whereas the privileged citizens have multiple of the caste symbols on top and bottom. This one has the noble, religious, and military icons. And when you acquire these, they can go in any of these 3 spots whenever you place it in your fiefdom. But you are not able to just move it around or switch where it is in your fiefdom. It has to be wherever you first put it. Once the citizen or population cards are all out on the board, every player will receive 4 of the event cards. On their turn, a regent can play any amount of event cards that they would like, but there are certain specifications. You have to either be playing a card with a lion symbol in it, which can be played by any regent, or you have to play a card that either matches your caste or that you have a citizen card in that caste fulfilling its spot on the board. Here you can see this is a religious one. So we could not play this card on our turn for its ability if we didn't either have our caste prowess as religious or have a population there at the religious spot in our fiefdom. Players can discard any of their event cards for their influence costs at any time, regardless of whether they fulfill the caste symbols there with their prowess or in their fiefdom. Let's see, I'm going to discard this favor here for the 3 influence, as well as this sovereign's choice here for the 1 influence. And let's say I'm going to discard this plunder here for 1. So that makes a total of 5 influence that I will discard, and I will acquire this card here in the 5 spot, which I can put in the religious or in the commoner spot. Let's go ahead and let's put this in the religious spot on Julius Caesar. So now that I've done that, I can play cards from my hand. I can play this one, the convert card. and attract a military or brigand citizen from another region's fiefdom and add it to my own. So I can now play this card since I now fulfill the religious spot on my fiefdom. Of course, while I'm playing that card, our citizens will all move down to fill in the spots on the board so that we always have 6 cards in the population. The first player to fill all 6 spots on their Regent's card wins Regency. Regency is coming to Kickstarter on September 29th, so keep an eye out for it. I'm Logan. For Logan Chops Previews, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment down below, and we'll see you next time. Happy gaming.